Hey, what if you could have a super short workout for fat loss and still keep burning fat long after your workout is over without actually feeling drained the next day? I realize that sounds crazy, but if you're over 40 and looking to supercharge your fat loss, you are in the right place, okay? Today I'm revealing the workouts that actually will ignite your fat loss and your metabolism for hours afterward, helping you burn more calories even while you're resting, okay? I know that sounds crazy, but we are going to go ahead and dive right in. Let's see here. There we go. If I can, come on now. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. Gotta love technology. All right, guys. So, what we're talking about here is the science of high intensity interval training. Now, if you've ever heard of high intensity interval training, or if you've heard of HIIT as it's called, I want you to throw out the things that you think you know about it, because we're not talking about the type of super high intensity training that a lot of trainers do and a lot of coaches push where it's dangerous and you look like you're doing a circus workout, okay? We're not talking about that. What we are talking about is the interval style training where we're using a combination of resistance training and cardiovascular activity so that we are increasing muscle strength, etc., but we're also increasing how much calories we can burn in a short amount of time. Now, why are we talking about this? Because a lot of my clients are incredibly busy. They have maybe 3 to 4 days to work out and they don't have much more than 30 minutes. So while I love strength and hypertrophy style training, this style training is really, really effective for people who are absolutely short on time. And the cool thing about this is if you've watched my video one on the introduction to this, you also know by now that it does not have to be bouncing crazy workouts where you're flipping around all over the place. And it also doesn't have to be crazy high intensity. We went over moderate intensity and we went over low intensity as well. The key here is resistance training with a little bit of cardiovascular activity while you are working out at your current level. And that's the idea here, okay? So without further ado, we're going to dive right in. Now, is this my favorite type of training? No, it's not my favorite type of training, but is it an effective training that gets overlooked nowadays because everybody wants the easy way? Yup, it sure is. And we're going to talk about that because it is absolutely effective. I've been a fitness coach now for 20 years as of let's see, in 2025 will be 20 years if I can speak. And in my 20 years, I have used this style of training so regular, okay? What I mean is that while a lot of people love doing the strength and hypertrophy style workouts, which I do, and a lot of times people would love that, but for those who don't have time, this is the style workout that at least you want to get started on because it's going to help you to work out at your home, in a hotel, wherever you are, keep your workout short, and they're going to be effective so that you can start getting some good results. And that keeps you motivated and inspired to keep on going, okay? So if this is not your favorite type of workout, that's okay. We're not talking to you. We're talking to those who are like, I need something effective that's going to work because I travel, I'm busy, I'm all the things, and I need something to help me to build muscle, improve my metabolism, and help me to lose fat and keep it off without doing the diet, rigid, all that nonsense, okay? So what we're talking about here is the very first thing is science behind HIIT, okay? So high intensity interval training increases EPOC, which is excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, okay? Now, EPOC just refers to the increase in oxygen consumption and calorie burn that occurs after your workout. Now, what I want you to know is that you will still get EPOC in resistance training. Now, one thing that a lot of people talk about when it comes to EPOC is high intensity interval cardio training versus steady state cardio training. In between those, that one's really going to be whichever one is most comfortable for you and fits in your lifestyle. We're not talking about cardio. We're talking about workout programs that include and incorporate resistance training. And for this, both hypertrophy or hypertrophy and HIIT style training or MIT style training are going to be very, very effective for not just burning calories while you're in the workout, but for increasing calorie burn long after the workout. And that's pretty awesome, okay? Now, HIIT has been shown to increase EPOC more than traditional steady state cardio workouts. And again, steady state cardio, the reason I kind of beat up on that in this, let's call it a lesson, is because of the fact that a lot of people go to cardio and they will spend 60 minutes or longer on the cardio machines, and then they become a smaller version of themselves. So basically, when they lose weight, but they're also losing lean body mass. They're losing muscle tissue, and they don't change their shape. They simply become a smaller shape. And that normally does not really bode well for most people, because it's like people start asking you, are you sick? Are you okay? Those sort of things. And that's really, if you're being honest, that's probably not what you're wanting either, right? You don't want to just be a smaller version of the shape you don't like now. You want to be more athletic. You want to be more toned. You want to lose fat, not just weight. That's why we're talking about this, okay? Now, EPOC, also known as the afterburn effect, and yes, that gets a bad rap, but it is effective. It's when the body continues to burn calories even after the workout is ended, okay? Now, guys, there's nothing magic about this. Again, your body, if you are doing good, effective resistance style training, whether it's HIIT or hypertrophy or hypertrophy, your body is in need of more oxygen than what you could, let's say, produce during that workout. And the fact that your body is trying to replenish what it's lost, that in and of itself costs energy, and energy is calories, okay? So that's the secret on this part of EPOC, all right? Now, the increase in metabolic rate from EPOC can last for hours after a HIIT workout or resistance training, but we're talking about HIIT workouts because we're talking about short workouts that are effective today, okay? Now, this can lead to an overall increase in calorie burn and fat loss, but you do not get fat loss if you're not in a calorie deficit. Anybody who tells you otherwise is lying, or they're selling you something that directly goes against that thing, okay? So now the next thing is that HIIT workouts utilize a lot of oxygen, and it puts your body into an anaerobic state. Anaerobic meaning without oxygen, okay? Now, HIIT's high intensity intervals are going to require the body to consume more oxygen than it can take in, okay? Which is why we have to replenish it. So after a workout, there's an oxygen debt that must be repaid. Simple as that. Now, your body's calorie burn increases even at rest after a workout as it works to replenish that oxygen that it didn't have during the workout, okay? Repaying the oxygen debt is going to require the body to burn calories even after the workout is finished, which is why you can be at rest and still have a faster metabolism, okay? And if you do this regularly enough, you are going to have an increased metabolism. Plus, as you gain muscle from this type of workout, which you should if you're using progressive overload, you're also going to notice that your metabolism is faster from the increased muscle, because muscle is more costly for calories and energy than body fat, which is great too, okay? All right, so that's all for this lesson. Keeping this one nice and short for you guys. I'm going to continue to dive in deeper and deeper and deeper, but I want to keep these lessons fairly short so that it makes sense and so that it's not overwhelming. Drop your comments below, and if you feel like this is making sense, and if you feel like this is something that is helping you to understand the process a little bit better, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe, turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of the lessons that are coming up too. Some of them are going to be a little bit longer, but I'm going to do my best to keep them nice, short, and sweet like this so you can just go on to the next and on to the next. Thanks so much for joining with me on this one. Catch me on the next one, where I'm going to be diving into episode 3 of this series, and we're going to go even deeper pertaining to intensity with interval training. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys on